Welcome to the Hardcore Closer Podcast. I'm Ryan Stewman, founder of HardcoreCloser.com, and this podcast is all about helping you, the salesperson, close more sales. And look, whether you're selling cars, homes, financial services, consulting, whatever it is that you sell, this podcast is dedicated to help you generate higher quality leads, increase your closing ratios, and show you how to charge premium fees for the items you sell so you can get paid what you're worth. What's up, Closer Nation? Welcome to episode 69 of the Hardcore Closer Podcast, and I'm glad you're here, as always. If you're a first-timer, be sure to check out all the previous episodes. There's like obviously 68 at this point. Could be more, depending on what point of the game that you're in. But do me a favor. Here's what I need. I'm going to beg you, right? No, I'm not begging you. I'll commend you. Y'all see that dude, that video, that guy from like Empower Network? And he was like making all these commands and healing people and shit, and like rubbing a lime all over his head. Motherfucker looked like Merv from Home Alone. That was some fucked up shit, man. I don't know if you've seen that video, but you should look it up. I think it's like Dave Wood Goes Crazy on YouTube or something. There's like a remix to it. I watched this show. Well, here we go. It's just ADD hour all of a sudden here. But I watched this show one time called Internet Famous. It's on Netflix. If you get a chance to watch it, it's fucking hilarious because it's like all these like viral video people that are like complete douchebags, right? They think that they're all fancy and stuff. It's like a bunch of guys like PewDiePie might be a cool dude. I don't know, but I'm gonna use him as an example. But it's like PewDiePie, but it's like total douchebag and like, you know, thinks everybody owes them shit. Like they're true Hollywood divas, but they're like internet famous. It's a fucking funny thing. Anyway, you should totally watch that video. I forgot where you should watch the movie on Netflix. I totally forgot where I was going with all that. But anyway, back to this. I need reviews because here's the thing. This is how we're going to make it to the front page of iTunes. This is how we're going to get more people to watch us. This is how we're going to get more people to listen to us. How we're going to drive more traffic to the sites is by you leaving a review. It's important because the way that iTunes ranks stuff and puts it in the podcast, the way that YouTube decides what videos are going to play in front of the music that you want to listen to and interrupt what you're trying to do, the way all that goes down is by people engaging and leaving reviews. So if you're listening to this, watching on YouTube, leave a comment, hit the like button, go over to iTunes and leave me a review. It is paramount. I'm telling you that my goal is to be able to get in front of 300 million salespeople and change their lives. And I need your help in order to do that. This is bigger than me. It's bigger than this show. It's bigger than you. It's the community. And it's up to you out there to just take some simple action. Go over to iTunes and leave me a simple review, right? 5 stars appreciated. Right here, like my homie, this says, on point and entertaining as fuck with 5 stars. I like it. It says Gutter Girl LF. Gutter Girl LF. Boy, some of these folks' names, I'm not knocking it. A Gutter Girl, like you probably fucking like a metalhead and shit. I dig it. I was just at Metallica last week, so like rock on. I get it. And actually, when I read this, it says rock on. So I think Gutter Girl is a metalhead, which makes it really cool. But check this out. Like people have the funniest handles. I think that's what producer Robert does. He goes through iTunes and he's like, oh, this one's fucked up. I'm going to put it on here. Gutter Girl. Oh, yeah, she cool. Let's put her on it. Anyway, so intelligent content presented through thought-provoking way with personality and humor. Thank you for your hard work putting this together and helping others. Rock on, Ryan. So Gutter Girl's definitely a metalhead. She used the term rock on. So, hey, listen, if you want, this is the smart way to leave reviews is go and leave me a review and pitch me your business or pitch your business to the audience. I'll read the shit on the air. I'll pitch your business from your perspective, from the review that you leave in iTunes. You just got to go over there and leave me a review for that to happen. All right. Before we get into the episode, I want to talk to you about something serious for a minute. You know, a lot of people get to a certain point in life, especially salespeople, where you hit $100,000, $150,000. Maybe you hit $250,000, depending on what state you're in, and you feel like you just get stuck there. Every year, you got to start all over and you got to hustle your ass off 365 days a year, and then you make the same money. And as you get older, just like you lose your energy and you lose your stamina, and for some of you old fuckers, you lose your sex drive, right? Not me, damn it. So I actually got a 2-month-old. I'm still banging, just saying. But some of us lose our energy and stuff like that, and it gets harder as you get older every year to continue to make that same amount of money. And then companies switch the fucking commission plans up. The market dries up. We have good years and bad years and buying seasons and not buying seasons. And it's a fucking whip. It really is. Let's just be real. Right? The sales game ain't for the weak. That's why a lot of people sitting around going, oh, I used to work in sales. It's a tough racket, man. But for those of us that do that, it can get taxing, doing the same things over and over, 365, chasing last year's money, trying to outdo it, but having to work twice as hard to be able to do that. Plus, you're getting older. Listen, I have a solution for you. For the last 7 years, I've been teaching people how to make money online, offline, increase their sales, put sales systems in, funnels, all that good stuff, run Facebook ads, create podcast books. I'm teaching people all sorts of shit because I've done it. And you know what? Last year, I worked less than I did the year before. I worked only half as hard last year as in 2016 as I did in 2015. And this year, I have worked half as hard in 2017 as I did in 2016. But guess what? My money's going up. And here's the thing. It's not that I'm slacking off. It's that I have learned the scale. I have learned the ads. I've put the things in place. And year over year, I'm working less and making more. And by my definition, that's the American dream. I'd like to extend a helping hand to you to help you live a part of that American dream too. Imagine you waking up in the morning and you know that you've got robots working for you. Now, when I say robots, I mean emails automatically going out, advertisements generating leads that are automatically coming in, text messages being sent out, voice recordings being blasted out to people's voicemails, posts being put automatically on your Facebook page with traffic coming to it, and LinkedIn and Twitter and just about everywhere else on the internet that you could think of. Imagine if you had that machine working for you. And you woke up every day and there were sales being made, leads being generated. You could eventually scale your business to hiring a team of professionals to close the leads for you, scaling your business to where you got people doing paperwork, people handling sales, people doing marketing, and ultimately teaching somebody how to do the stuff that you learned when it came to the ads and marketing that you learned from me. You can scale this whole thing. It doesn't have to start over every single year and get harder and harder to make the same money. I'm going to ask you to join us. I have the most powerful network of professionals that you can imagine. Everything from, I know people with hundreds of millions of dollars all the way down to people that are just getting started. Not only is it the most powerful network, it's also like it's the second most powerful because let's just be real. The Illuminati, they ain't nothing to fuck with. They're like Wu-Tang. But so I don't want to just make no outrageous internet claims, right? And I damn sure don't want the Illuminati to be coming down on me because I'm sure they got people in the FTC. So I was just kidding, folks. I'll take number 2 position for now. And so anyway, with this network, I've also got a very diverse crowd, right? The Illuminati ain't got that. Yeah, so eat that, motherfuckers. So I've got a very diverse crowd from people that are just getting started to people that are making millions of dollars a year. And there's multimillionaires back there in our mastermind. And so I'm going to ask you to join us because we can teach you, help you implement all the systems, put all the robots in place to where you don't have to get up and hustle your ass off and hit the phones and knock doors and all those things that you're doing and go to networking events that wear you out. You don't have to do it no more. I am here to rescue you. But you got to go and you got to invest in yourself. You know how the shit works, right? Now, I've got a program called Break Free Academy Entourage, and it's our mastermind, and it's paired with training. You get a monthly newsletter and a bunch of other stuff that's awesome. That's all part of it. And there's actually $36,000 and some change in value for the year for signing up for this program that you're getting your hands on. But that's not what's important. What's important is that you could implement the program in a year from now, have all the robots working for you. Have everything in place, work less, spend more time with the people you love, doing the things that you like, all while making more money, all while scaling the business, right? Living the true free lifestyle. Because I don't care if you sell mortgages, if you sell real estate, if you sell insurance, if you sell coaching, consulting, seminars, it doesn't matter. This stuff works, and there's a way to scale it. And there's a way to leverage the things that you'll learn through the Entourage Mastermind and the trainings that go along with it in order to build your business to where it's a machine. Look what I've built. I've got best-selling books. You're listening to this podcast. I've got 1,339 videos as of the recording of this. This podcast has got almost 500,000 downloads. I think it's like 400,000 and something. And I mean, there's content everywhere. It's impossible to ignore me. So I've done this stuff. This is when you come into the Entourage and our mastermind, you're going to learn from people that have done this stuff. It's not people that Like it's not going to be people that have these theories and motherfuckers failed at life and now they're coaches and trainers. Like we're going to show you where we spent $250,000 last year on advertising and the fucking results that we got. We're going to show you how some of our referral partners are generating thousands of leads a month and how they're converting them and closing them on autopilot. These are the things that you're going to learn. So take your ass over to breakfreeacademy.com/entourage and get signed up. You can get $36,000 worth of value for a low price today. Get your ass over there, breakfreeacademy.com/entourage. Now, one thing, if you're going to get good, let's just hop into the episode here. If you're going to get good at sales, you better get good with yourself. The reason why I say that is confidence is what closes. And I'm going to go a little deep on you really quick here, but let's talk about confidence, right? When you, and let's just get on the same level here. Most people walking around this motherfucker are stupid, right? People are texting and driving. People ain't paying attention. You got to fucking, like everywhere you go, the level of service that you used to get sucks more and more. People don't pay attention. They forget. Like you go and you order a Kettle One and soda, they forget your lime, right? They don't even ask you. They come out, they bring you your hamburger and fries. There ain't no ketchup anywhere. Like, dude, we're fixing to have kiosks replace a lot of people in the service industry, right? But let's just be real. Fucking most people everywhere are fucking stupid. That's why, like, hey, let's be real. That's why the folks that listen to this podcast are usually people that are kicking ass, making money, pulling themselves out of ruts, leveling up and everything else. But the rest of the world ain't like us. But sometimes it fucks us up because we expect the rest of the world to be like us and then we're consistently let down. But instead of being let down, I'm going to let you in. I'm going to let you in on some shit today, son. You ready? So most fucking people are idiots. And let's just take that up one notch more. Most people are idiots who are afraid to make decisions because they have no confidence in themselves and in their ability to process a thought from start to the decision. This is where you, the salesperson, come in. Most people are so dumb that they rely on your confidence as the salesperson, not your product, not your promise, but your confidence in the solution to their problem. They will believe more in you, a stranger, than they will believe in themselves if you project, whatever the hell that word is, confidence. Confidence is what closes. You've heard the term con man. That's not from convict. That's from confidence. It's from confidence man, the person that can convince somebody of something that's not true. That's where that came from because of the extreme amount of confidence. There's a viral video that's on the internet where I guess that was a redundant ass fucking sentence right there because every viral video would be on the internet. It's not like there's a VHS tape with some fucking herpes floating around. I guess that could be possible. Anyway, so like there's a viral video and it's this dude who escapes prison and he's running down the street, clearly in a fucking prison jumpsuit. And this old fat ass fucking, boss hog looking cop pulls up to him, Roscoe we'll call him. And Roscoe the cop pulls up to the guy and he's like, hey, we had a convict escape around here. And the dude's got so much confidence that he convinces the cop that he's just fucking jogging. And the cop leaves him alone. And so, but the key was, it wasn't that guy was such a good salesperson. It was his confidence. I'll bet you never sell in your life like you trying to sell a cop from not arresting you after you just escaped prison, right? That guy had an extreme amount of confidence. So what I'm saying is confidence closes. It's the most important part of the entire sales persona. It's the one thing that you cannot have, because if you're not confident in your product and you're not confident in yourself, then there's no way that these 80% idiot, non-decision making motherfuckers are going to be confident that you're telling them something that's true and going to work for them and get them the results that they want. You dig? So we're going to talk today about 3 ways to nitrocharge your confidence, because confidence is the key to closing more sales. Again, in a world full of people who are scared to make decisions, your confidence is the decision maker. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure you, the salesperson, have your confidence at an all-time high so that when you go into the closing situation, when you go in to seal that sale, the thing that happens is they feel so much confidence oozing out of you, they can't help but want to be able to take part and buy and give you money or whatever that exchange is that you do for your business. But here's the thing with that. Most people are insecure. A lot of salespeople are insecure and introverted. It's an act that we put on. And people can really see through acts. Like confidence isn't just something you can fake, right? Unless you're like some kind of sociopath or some shit like that, like a con man, for example. But confidence is something that you have to build. You know, it's like you think about, I got these little kids, these little dudes that run around. I got a 2-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And I teach the 5-year-old to swim, and the 4-year-old, he's been a little bit difficult, right? But I teach the 5-year-old to swim last year because we bought a home with the pool. And before we had a pool, but it was on the 5th floor of the high rise we lived in. So I didn't really have to go over pool safety with the kids. But so I teach my 5-year-old to swim last year. This year we get out, he's going to the lake and floating in the lake with the life jacket on and wake surfing and things like that. But he's here with me Sunday and I'm throwing him in the pool and pushing him away from the edges so that he can learn to swim. Because if we're going to be in the lake and something happened to his life jacket or something like that, which, is never going to happen. But in the event, I want him to be a strong swimmer. And so the first time I pushed him away from the side, man, he lost it. He started crying and everything else. Man, he was upset. Dad, why are you trying to kill me? You're not cool. I thought we were friends, right? Like he was really upset. Then I explained to him, it's like, this is how you're going to get better. You got to practice. And I tossed his ass underwater again. And he swam back over to me. And same thing. He said, Dad, man, why would you do that to him? I said, you're not hurt. There's nothing on your body that's hurt. You're not drowning. You're not dying. I'm right here. You're totally safe. And I pushed his ass back out there again. Well, the third time he showed up, he'd realized his confidence was up because he'd realized he'd already done it twice. And he's like, I've already done it twice. What's 3 times? I got it figured out now. His confidence was up. And he says, you can push me again if you want, but I'm going to keep swimming. All of a sudden, his confidence is through the roof. What I did, like pushing his ass underwater a few times, is help him raise his confidence, because confidence isn't something that just comes, right? Confidence is something that you have to build up. Confidence is something that it's inside your mind, and you have to be able to build that confidence up to where it's higher than everybody else's. There's a level of confidence that exists in every person on this planet. A lot of them have low levels of confidence, right? And so what you've got to do is you've got to do the daily things. You've got to be pushed back against the water and under the water so that you learn to swim better and gain more of that confidence, right? So let's go through the 3 things that you can start right now that'll help you boost your confidence every single day. Number 1, I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but it's true, is daily mantras. Now I'm going to look over here and forgive the keyboard noises here. I'll be banging like that on there pretty hard. So what I do is I have an affirmation script that I'll read to you. Okay. It's, we put this in our permission-based selling program. This is how important I believe daily mantras are, and you can adopt this one. You can just listen to this a few times. And there's actually, I'll have producer Robert link to this video where I actually put these affirmations on video. But so here's how it goes. I ask the people that are part of permission-based selling that program to do this every single night. So this is their daily mantra. We'll call it the nightly mantra, right? So here we go. Let me get my Barry White voice. Tonight, I ask you to allow me to speak power over your subconscious. Take 3 deep breaths. All right. Relax. Listen to my voice and focus on the words I'm speaking over you. Let's begin. You were born to help people. You're naturally wired to serve others. You have an insatiable need to solve problems. You're a people person. You're a natural born communicator. People gravitate towards you. You go all in 100%. You give whatever it takes to hit your goals. You show up ready to get the job done. You're the person everyone turns to when they're ready to buy. You're a closing machine. You ask for the business. You earn the right to ask for the business. You work hard for your clients. You do what it takes to get the job done. You're there when they need you the most. You're the best guy for the job. You care about your clients. You treat your clients like loved ones. You put in your time. You're getting better and better each and every day. Never stop. Keep on pushing to the next level. You're right where you're supposed to be in life. You're at the right place at the right time. Look for the right people. You were born to be in sales. You help families. You stimulate the economy. You lead change in the marketplace. You believe in yourself. You invest in yourself. You're a hunter. You're a provider. You're someone who finishes what you started. You solve problems and provide solutions. You're empathetic. You dig deeper. You ask all the right questions. You're not afraid of rejection, and you can overcome any objections. You want to fix any concerns your clients have. You give exceptional service to those who choose to buy from you. You work harder than any other 10 salespeople combined. You're an inspiration to people who work with you. You inspire your prospects. You're an action taker. You make decisions. You move fast. You smart. I just had to throw a little DJ Khaled in there. But those right there, those daily mantras, you look yourself in the mirror every day, every night, and you listen to this video that I'm going to attach to this, and you put yourself in that position every single day, you look in the mirror, you repeat this to yourself, you're going to be a bad motherfucker when you walk out of the house. Trust me. I still do this every day. For years, I've looked myself in the mirror, and I've said cool shit to myself. In the beginning, I didn't really believe it. It seemed stupid when Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, the auto-suggestion chapter, suggested that I do this. But now I've been doing this for 15 years or so, and it's changed the game for me. My confidence when I go into a sale, there's no way anybody else is more confident that they can get the results. If I lack confidence, it's the lack of confidence in the person's ability to get shit done. It's definitely not the confidence that I have in myself and my ability to get things done. So daily mantras matter. Number 2, anytime you want to nitro charge your confidence, don't think about your losses. Think about your wins. You know, we have this thing in our brain called an amygdala, and it was put there so that when we ran out of the cave as cave people, like we run out of the cave, like woolly mammoth charged our ass, the amygdala was the thing that went, oh shit, you better run, right? Like that's that part of your brain. And now we don't leave the cave and woolly mammoths don't chase us, and we're not being attacked by wolves when we walk out of our suburban homes and shit like that. Unless you live in my neighborhood. I live on a golf course, and there's bobcats and coyotes and shit all around here, but they ain't gonna bite you. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about all that. There's no fear of them. I usually record them on my video, and then I do some kind of a crocodile hunter voiceover Aussie thing that I'm terrible at other accents, but it's hilarious when the bulb. Anyway, so there's nothing to really be afraid of. But so what happens is we let fear enter our confidence, and so what happens is we start to think about our losses so much, right? When 100 people tell you good job and one person tells you that you can do better next time, the one thing that you're going to think about all the time is the one person that told you could do better. That's that amygdala talking to you. What you've got to do is you've got to learn to ignore the amygdala, because we're not in any kind of fear right now, no matter what Fox News or MSNBC or fake news CNN says, right? Like we are not in any kind of level of threat. You know, and we're not there's all this shit is hype and everything else. Let them other countries that are having these issues. And I'm sorry if you're in one of those countries, listen to this, that are having issues, have their issues. Here in America, where I live, we're pretty safe. You know, we got nothing to fear for. And so we start letting our amygdala take over, and it starts getting us to think about the negative things in our lives and the times that we win. And so we get into a sale and we say, damn, last time I said this, the person told me no. And we start getting in our mind, but you need to be in that sale thinking that one time that I said this, the person told me yes. You need to be thinking about your wins, because confidence comes from your ability. Winning comes from confidence, but confidence comes from your ability to win. And so if you go in there and you're trying to be confident, but you're thinking about your losses, or you're thinking about the negative things, man, it's not going to serve you. It's not going to do you any good. You got to get focused on your wins. When you go into a sale, you're going to go in there, repeat your mantras in the nighttime or in the morning time before you leave the house. When you get in the sale, you're going to think about the last person that you made happy, and think about all the times that you've helped people out because of your product or your service, and think about your wins. Number 3, here's how you can get here's a nitro charge to your confidence that I think everybody should do, right? You should get high on your own supply. You should use your product and get personal results. If I hadn't made millions of dollars from sales funnels, there's no way I would be talking about sales funnels, helping people make them. Now, granted, there's a lot of people out there that talk about sales funnels and help people make them that hadn't made millions of dollars, let alone $10,000, but that's not here nor there. I'm just pointing that out. But let me give you an example. The third loan that I did when I was a mortgage person was myself. I bought a house. It's like, if I'm going to, keep putting people through these homes, I need to know what it feels like for myself. And I need to know the ins and outs of doing a mortgage and what it feels like from the borrower side. And if people ask me, I need to say that I own a house too. And so that's exactly what I did. When I went later on down the line, when I lost the mortgage ability to originate mortgages, and my wife became pregnant, and I had to go sell cars so that I had insurance for Jax to be born. I went up there and I drove a Ford car. I sold Ford, so I drove a Lincoln MKS. And so I never had that I've never worked anywhere that I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. And so now that I do internet marketing, I tell people to invest in my mastermind like I did at the beginning of the show and everything else. And I invest in the mastermind. I'm high on my own supply. I'm using my own sales funnels. A lot of the test case and things like that we use are my own stuff. Because listen, if you use your own product and you get personal results, that's the best way to do it. That's why multi-level marketing companies make you become the first customer, right? Every month you got to get your shit on auto ship because they want you taking it, because they want you to have the results so that you can go out and have the confidence to close other people into it. That's the same. It's not just limited to multi-level marketing. Nothing's worse than people that sell real estate but then rent an apartment. I know a bunch of you are listening that do that, and you got fucking bunch of excuses, but let's just get real. You don't even believe in your product enough to be doing the same thing that you're encouraging your clients to do. Now, maybe some people got bad credit or not enough money down. You're just getting new in the real estate game. You got a recent divorce or whatever your excuse is. I get that. But the goal should be for you to buy a house if that's what you sell. If you sell coaching, you need to be coached. If you sell consulting, you need to be consulted. If you sell a mortgage, you need to have a mortgage on your home. If you sell real estate, you need to live in a real estate. If you sell Mercedes, you need to be driving a Mercedes. How the hell can you trust a guy that works at a Mercedes dealership that's driving an Audi? What do you know that I don't know that I should have a fucking Audi? You see what I'm saying? So you got to get high on your own supply. So 3 things you can do to nitrocharge your confidence. 1, daily mantras. Make your own, use mine, write it down, take a picture. I don't give a fuck. Number 2, think about your wins, right? So many times you go in there with the insecurities of thinking about your losses. Go in every day and focus on your wins. When you sit down at the table and you're about to ask for business, remember the person that said yes, not the person that said no. Make sure you get high on your own supply, use your product, and get personal results. You can be your own best testimonial. Trust me, it sounds arrogant and egotistical, but if people know that you took the leap that they've taken and you've got the results that they want, they'll buy from you. So, all right, make sure you go over to elevatortothetop.com and grab one of the last free copies of the paperback book. Like, seriously, we are almost out. We are down to the very last deal, and I'm not reordering these books. We have something else on the loom ahead. So you can get it now for free, or you can just pay for that shit later on down the road, dog. It's up to you. Elevatortothetop.com. And when you go through that funnel, by all means, buy the other shit too. So you can get the show notes and everything else over at hardcorecloser.com. Make sure you subscribe. And don't forget, leave me a review on iTunes. Oh yeah. And get your ass into the Break Free Academy entourage. Give me a chance to change your life. If you love this podcast, imagine what happens when you actually give me a few bucks. Let's get to mass this week, closers.